Alright, hello, and welcome to video number 2 of Aria of Sorrow. Since the end of the first video I did all that grinding I said I was going to do, got most of the abilities from the enemies. Spider Lady. The always popular Fleaman, or as we used to call them back in the 80s, Hunchbacks. So I don't remember if the instruction manual to any of the early games had the canonical names for the enemies or not. Can't remember, it's been ages since I've actually seen one. The instruction manual, that is. Or Fleaman is just a name they came up with in later games over the years. But anyways, yeah. Flamethrower. Yeah. That one will be useful. Strength up by 8, or 4 more than the other one, whatever armored knight that I already have. That could be useful, but I'd rather, if I get cursed by an enemy like those things, just have the uncursed potions on hand, use them if need be. But yeah. And up to where, oh yeah, I am now. Good thing they have the save states on this, or I wouldn't be able to do that, show all those. I mean, I think they have that description in the, yeah, they do. They have that description in the, alright, yeah, in the bestiary for that enemy, but so I guess I could have just done it that way, but oh well. Anyways, like I said, that's most of the enemies in the area. Most of the enemies that I've encountered so far. Still haven't got their ability, soul, whatever you want to call it, or his, yet. Everybody else, except for that boss. Creaking skull. Speaking of, that's enough grinding for now. I mean, so far, I've been playing this game for almost 5 hours, out of which only an hour of it is actual video, first video. So yeah. I amend what I said before. If you're gonna play this game and you actually, there's two things you want. If you're gonna grind for 100% abilities, A, be ready to be extremely highly leveled. I mean, I'm already at level 24 and I'm only on what, coming up on what, the third boss of the game? And have a lot of patience. 4 hours and 45 minutes already. I mean, speedrunners can get through the entire game that quickly. So, yeah. Anyways. Okay. Soul set. Minotaur 71, or brings it up to 71 in attack power. Okay. Enough grinding for now. What was over here? Oh yeah, that was just where that 100 coin was. Boss time. Oops, wrong button combo. Oh, fine. Be that way. I'll just whip your ankles. Broke your ankles. That was ridiculously easy. Well, again, 4 hours and 45 minutes. 90% of it grinding for abilities. Yeah, you tend to get over leveled if you're going to do that, like I've said a couple times already. Anyways, child? Do I look like a child? Hammer? Obvious code name. You know, like one of the most well-known code names in video game history. One of them. Anyways, Snake! What? Metal Gear. Hello? Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. That sounds familiar. Well, except for that part. And we were probably one of, or two of those, since Mina, our friend back at the entrance of the castle, were probably amongst those people. Okay. So we got here at the same time he did, apparently. Double jump. Okay. Now right out here, or no, not out here. Back a couple screens. Oh no, you don't. Still need to get his ability yet. But there'll be at least one spot where I can grind for that in the next area I'll be going to. So yeah, get that there. For now, I mean, I don't mind grinding. In fact, I look forward to it in some games, like Dragon Quest VII. Every time I played that game with its long, lengthy intro, I'm like, okay, when do I get to grind for experience levels here? Enough story for now. Ah. Gonna drop any more potions? No, not you. Or you. You. Nope, no more potions. Damn. Guess if I want any more potions, I'll actually have to buy them. Oh, crud. This is what I was... Now that I have double jump, there's actually a... this block puzzle is actually possible now. And it can actually... Even with that in place, you couldn't get up there before, but now... Not that it really matters, because all that's up here... Yay. I will try so very hard to contain my excitement and my overenthusiasm. Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. Defense goes down by 1, and luck goes up by 1 measly point. Now, if it were 1 dozen or 100, then it might actually matter. But bringing that luck stat up by 1 point is not gonna matter. Again, I will try so very hard to contain my excitement. And down here, surprising that crate didn't break from that dropping that distance, but then again, video game logic and all that. Broadsword. 4 points better. I suppose I might as well get used to that kind of attack arc, that kind of attack range. The best weapon in the game, it has that kind of attack pattern range too, so yeah. Or at least what, as far as I know, is the best weapon in the game. Oh, you dirty. Go away. Would you? I hate this part. Between the bubbles and those always respawning, whatever the. I hate this screen. Good, let me out of here. Oh, I never did. I forgot all about him. Oh well, I'll see him. There's several of those guys in the next area. Oop, wrong. Now we can get up there. And again, even if by some tweaking of jump buttons and jumping mechanics you could have got up here earlier, without double jump you ain't getting very far anyway, so you would have wasted your time. Yeah, that's right, I did get his ability. Or, excuse me, soul. Oh, the ghost dancers. Actually, hold on. Actually, why did I bother with that? He'll be in the next area too. And several, at least 2 screens that I could think of right offhand. Oh, now that the shop has been opened, which of course brings us back to Portrait of Ruin style, where there's only one shop throughout the entire game, unlike the last game I played through, Harmony of Distance, where there was, what, 5, 6, 7, I don't know, I never bothered to count them all, but numerous locations to say the least, not just one for the entire map. Back here. Too bad they can't all be gained that quickly. Just 3 or 4 tries. Frick, if that was the case, luck increased by 4, by the way, yeah. that 4 hours and 54 minutes could have been cut at least in half, if not a third. Oh well, enough complaining about that. Just suffice to say, that's one of the very few gripes I have with these games. That and the questionable item placement in some of them. Where time after time, by the time you can get to the item, you probably won't need it anymore. You'll have something better for whatever it is. Armor, weapon. Now I gotta loop around again. Since I dropped back down to here. So I was gonna get that. Again, I'll get his ability in the next round of grinding for abilities. Once I get to the next area and do a little exploration there. Copper. Sure, now you give it to me that easily. Okay, go. Oh yeah, by the way, luck increased by 4. It's a little better than increasing it by 1, but in my experience, even a 4-point luck increase isn't going to make a whole lot of difference in terms of grinding for soul abilities. Very minimally, if any at all. I mean, I've seen people who play this game are like, oh cool, make a big deal about 4 points of luck increase. Dude, it isn't gonna help you much. Not 4 points. 40 points, sure. 4? No, not really. Figured I'd grab that one now. I don't remember if I'll see that enemy later in the game or not. Well, this would be nice, except for I haven't been to any other warp rooms like this one. I mean, usually that's the thing. These are only optional or operational. You can only use these once you've been to at least 2 of them, and then you can warp back and forth between the 2. But for whatever reason in this game, probably I'm guessing, because we're over here, the shop that Hammer just set up is all the way back at the start of the game. That's miles away from where we are now, so to save a little time in backtracking, yeah, they let you use this now. Even though you couldn't have gotten to this room earlier since you required double jump. Yeah, just one screen to the right of the entrance where you started the game. Get over here, and there's no way you could have got up here earlier without double jumps. Over there off in the right of the screen. What? Round number 3? A poorly placed item that by the time you can get to it, you probably won't need it no more. You'll have something better. 3 now. I mean, problem I have with that idea, by the way, somebody was asking, why is that such a big deal? Well, why even have that item there if by the time you can even get to it in the first place, it's already outdated? What's the point in even having it? Have something better. That's the problem. It isn't that there's a weapon there, it's what is there that, again, by the time you can even get to it, because of where it's placed, by the time you can even get to it, yeah, it's already outdated. Oh, not the killer dolls again. You're not Chucky, and I laugh at Chucky movies anyways. A doll that comes no higher than knee level to a fully grown adult. Like I said in my Portrait of Ruin playthrough. You don't run in terror from Chucky, you drop kick him to the moon. Look up. Hey, I do believe we have us a doll in orbit. How's the weather up there, Chucky? I mean, seriously, with all due respect to Child's Play fans out there, how the frick, censored version of commentary, how the frick did Child's Play ever get considered a horror movie? The only people I can see being scared by a movie like that are little kids, no offense, little kids who still play with dolls. You know, they'd be playing with their dolls and they see a peek of that movie and be like, Mommy, it's gonna... Yeah, you get the idea. I can't see any fully grown adult getting terrified by Chucky movies. So again, I ask, how are they even considered horror films? Yep, I'm here. Obviously. Excuse me. Something like that, I guess. Okay. I don't really need it, but just for the heck of it. Yeah, okay, let's stock up on potions just in case. Get a couple more of those, although I don't think there's any enemies that can poison where we'll be going next. Not that I can think of anyways. That's later in the game. But just in case there's some enemy I'm forgetting about. Not thinking of. Plenty of those. Was it? Yeah, right there. That. Want to get that. Don't need that. Okay, that's the best they have for armor right now. Okay, so... Yeah. I don't know about that. Raises attack by 3 and strength by 3, but drops your defense by 3. I guess, you know, that just... Do you want higher defense or higher attack? Since it's an armor, I would rather have it raise my defense, since that's supposed to be the point of armors in these games anyways. Weapons are for attack power, not armor. Yeah. That'd be like, yeah, never mind, that'd be like a weapon that lowered attack power but raised defense. What? Methinks you're kind of backwards there, developers. A weapon that lowers attack power but raises defense? Yeah, and I know, there's probably some weapon in some RPG game that I've never played or never heard of that does just that. Somebody's going to tell me in the comments below. I'm calling it now. Oh, haven't you? Yeah, no. Not in any of the games I've played, at least not, again, not that I'm thinking of right off the top of my head. There might be some obscure item that I'm either not aware of or forgetting about because I never bother getting it. A weapon, yeah. Alright, so that's all for that. How are you lately? Why do you think he's scary? So he's setting up a weapon shop. Yeah, well, you're not exactly... Never mind. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Now they have double jump. I don't think there's anything of any... Oh yeah, how much does that? 3 points. How about giving us something that raises that love stat by like 30 points? That would actually be useful. So that was it. Yeah, except for that upper left corner up there, and I don't think there's anything up there. No, I didn't think so. Can't even get up there. What are you talking? Oh, picky mapping script again. Ooh, almost dropped down right on Mina's head. That could have been messy. Alright, that ain't where I want to go. That's the dead end. Actually, it could go back to the previous area I just left, but... Onward. Big deal. Could have already had that earlier. I forgot all about that, actually. From the start of the game. Just get from back here. Did I ever get... Okay, I did. I don't remember ever getting that one on this particular playthrough, but okay. Guess it's not so memorable, like I already said it, either in video 1 of this game or one of the other games. Guess it's not so memorable to me because of the attack pattern the axe goes in this game anyway, just straight ahead instead of arcing up at an angle, hitting enemies overhead like it did in Harmony of Dissonance and Portrait of Ruin both. I mean, come on. You saw my Portrait of Ruin playthrough. I got that right from the start of the game, and as soon as I did, I equipped that and used it for pretty much the rest of the game there from there on out. Here, oh, I don't even remember getting the axe ability. Yeah. Did I get it? I don't remember. Anyways, point made, moving on. Okay, what was over here? Big deal. Come on, game. How about a little cooperation here? Give me this ability right away instead of making me grind for a half an hour for it. No? It figures. Alright, well, I'll get that between videos in the next round of ability grinding. For now, I'm moving on. Since that's nothing I plan on using anyways. Dance hall. Oh goody. Let's go dancing. With who? Mina. Question is who are you? Jay? Okay, yeah. We have a repeat of, Portrait of Ruin. Eric. When you first saw him, he refused to tell you his real name. Instead, coming up with the nickname Wind. At least until after you kicked his daughter. Yeah, okay, that just sounds mean saying it that way, but yeah, I mean, that's basically, after you kicked his daughter's butt and came back and talked to him afterwards, getting that locket from her. Then he finally told you his real name and who he was. But until then, it's not Eric, it's Wind. Yeah. Jay? What's his real name? You smell that? Combination of Limburger cheese and mold. It stinks. How many games are gonna have this amnesia crutch? Serious frickin'ly. How many times are you gonna resort to this cop-out of video game storytelling? Oh, I have amnesia. Yeah, middle fingers to your amnesia. Middle fingers. Really? Mistaken about what? Yeah? Oh yeah? Warlock? Exorcist my ass. Show me somebody that someone thinks needs an exorcist. They don't need an exorcist, they just need a good psychiatrist. Exorcism. Hooey. Religious mambo jumbo. By the way, what are so many people doing here? This isn't a shopping mall social hangout. This is an evil vampire lord's castle. Why are there so many people here? I mean, Graham, Yoko, and now this Jay guy. And me. Plus Alucard, or Genya, whatever. Mina. Why are there so many people in a place like this? Ooh, Minotaur. Oh, watch where you're swinging that, Buster. Can't squeeze under there yet. Gotta get the sliding ability. Just like the last game. Or even Portrait of Ruin, actually. Forget about it in Portrait of Ruin, because it's one of the first things you get. You use it to get into the Portrait of Ruin. Or the City of Haze portrait. Blah, 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 and get back out afterwards. And then you pretty much never use it again for the rest of the game after that. So yeah, easy to forget about there even being a sliding ability in that game. Back up. Samurai armor. No, not copper plate. Okay. Well, that I don't mind. Raises attack. An armor that raises attack, but also raises defense. Doesn't lower your defense like that one back at War Fatigues that Hammer was selling back at his shop. Raises attack, but lowers defense. What the heck is that for an armor? Plus, this is free. I didn't have to pay for it, so that's a plus too. But waiter skeleton? I don't know. Unless it was like a Halloween horror night themed restaurant. If my waiter was a skeleton, I'd think I'd be making like that line in Spaceballs. Check, please. Why is it every time I see that name in a video game, I think of Final Fantasy VIII? Even though I've never really been a big fan of Final Fantasy VIII. 7? Yes. 8? No. Not really. I guess not. Oh well. What am I doing? Said I'd grind between videos. Here's a good room to do that, at least for these 3 abilities. Oh. Hello. Now, if this silly cattle, cow, moo ever cooperates, can get up there to that higher ledge, or otherwise even with double jump you wouldn't quite be able to get up there. Okay, good, it didn't kill all of them. Like I said earlier, once you realize you can stand on certain enemies, you can get up there and get that item earlier. Otherwise, you'd have to wait for quite some time yet. Till, like, think when you get the flight ability of the game. So. And since it's just one of those potions, getting it this early isn't exactly game breaking. You know, it's not like I'm somehow sequence breaking to the flight ability or something that, you know, that game breaking this early. That I could see people complaining about, but getting that potion earlier than you're. And besides that, if the developers didn't want you getting that potion this early, they wouldn't have made standing on enemies a possibility either. So yeah. This wouldn't be happening. Yeah. If the developers really didn't want you getting that item this early, they would have made it so you can't do this. There it is. Okay. One less ability I have to grind for between videos. Oh, goody. Invisible enemies right out of Zelda 2. Well, no, it's not like Zelda 2 is the only video game that's ever had invisible enemies. It just, for me personally, whenever I see an invisible enemy in a video game, that's 9 times out of 10, that's the first game that comes to mind in comparison. I mean, in actuality, invisible enemies in video games are probably as is widely used as amnesia crutch in video game storytelling is. Just again, first for me, the first game that comes to mind is Zelda 2 in that regard. Anyways, open up that shortcut for later, because I will be using that later to get back to this area. Well, actually, I can't even show that yet. That's right, I don't have the sliding ability. I'm not a baseball player yet. I can't steal base. Well, like I said before, that's what it looks like in some games when you're sliding routinely. It looks like you're trying to steal, like a baseball player is trying to steal a base. Slide! And this is coming from someone who's not a huge baseball fan either, with the exception of 1987 and 1991, the 2 years the Minnesota Twins won the World Series. That weapon up there. Let's see, we're up to what, 4 now? In terms of keeping track and count of the items, be it weapons or armor, items that by the time you can get to them, you won't need them no more. You'll have something better. That's number 4. Just directly above me there. Oh, hello. Haven't seen you since practically at the start of the game. Just a few screens in. You were the first boss of the game. Well, you were. Except for you're not much of a boss now. You've been demoted. Alright. Oh, this room. 4611 for experience points needed for the next level up as of right now. $500 that you can get over and over again. Yeah. So yeah, 320 experience points total. So kind of a decent room to grind in for experience if you actually want to do that. But if, like me, you're going for 100% soul completion, you won't have to grind for just experience. So you'll get enough of that just trying to get all 100% of the ability souls. Already up to level 25, and I'm not even in your world. Might be a quarter of the way through the game, but that'd be a stretch. Of course, if you're trying to get some of these ability souls, this could be a useful spot for that, I guess. Plus, if you're grinding for cash, well, probably be better ways to do that. But since this 500 does respawn, but again, there'll probably be quicker ways of doing that that don't involve fighting so many enemies just to get back to it again. The other problem with grinding here that I see, look how far we are from the nearest save room. Anything goes wrong, and you could die before you get back there. So yeah, unless you have a steady supply of potions or healing items with you, grinding here might not be such a good idea, especially if you're at lower experience levels and don't have very good armor and weapons yet. Again, grinding this far away, if anything goes wrong by the time you get back to the nearest save room, well, let's just say you might not make it back. Game over. There goes all your grinding. So yeah, probably not a good idea. Combat knife. Is it as useless in this game as it was in Portrait of Ruin? Oh, it's actually... Okay. Well, in Portrait of Ruin, it was one of the first items you can get in that area. You needed the Acrobat Cube. Break your partner's shoulders and spinal columns ability. Break that secret, that crackable wall, and there it was. Worse than most of the weapons you already had access to by that time. Oh, poo. Attack power may be a bit better, but freaking range sucks. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Ooh, oh, that's right. I can't get that yet. Hey, die! What's with all the fog here, by the way? In the background. Go away. Oh, boss room. Oh, he drops that too? So do the zombies in the second screen of the game. Well, first screen if you don't count the intro cutscene sequence. Anyways. Whoa, you're tall. Dude, what are you doing? Why are you reaching upwards? There, that's better. At least you were reaching in the right direction. Ow! Oh, you actually hit me. How dare you? Oh, okay. Fine. Didn't get his ability, but I'll see him again later anyway, so... The sliding ability. Of course, here it's Skeleton Blades, not Lizard Tail, like it was in both Portrait of Ruin and Harmony of Dissonance. But, yeah. And as for that, that's one of the enemies in your bestiary that does have an ability you could possibly get from it. The ability from that enemy, if you can actually kill it before it disappears. The ability, so, yeah. Oh yeah, that's the one that will lower prices of items back at Hammer's shop. So if you're looking to buy some higher priced items, that could be useful. However, especially at this point in the game, with such measly weaponry and feeble strength and attack power numbers, good luck killing that thing at this point in the game. I'll come back and get that later. But yeah. Oh sure. Again, give me the ability I already have. Not the killer doll one that that's one of many that I'm trying to get. Figures game. Thank you so much for your cooperation, such as it wasn't. Now I can go in there and get that. That goes back over that way, which I'll do between videos. Now that I have the sliding ability, I can get in here and get that. Worse attack power. I mean, I suppose maybe if you didn't buy anything from Hammer's shop like I did, if you're still going just on the weapons you find lying around, the 80 attack points this thing has would probably be a lot better. But the other thing that kills this weapon's usefulness, in my opinion, look at that range. Frickin' the weapon you started the game off with was, well, maybe not, but pretty much the same, if not better. So, yeah. You know, where's... No, not that. There it is. Oh, yeah, okay. Down. Yeah, I guess. Doesn't really matter. What? Oh, I keep forgetting you're here. This is the room where we saw Jay on the way in here. Now that that cutscene is over. Yeah, it's kind of like Portrait of Ruin in the first desert portrait, whatever this freaking area was called, where you first meet Bronner. You go back there later and it's mummies and whatever else in that room. Yeah. What? Oh, great. Oh, I see what's going on there. Keep hitting the corner of that ceiling. Well, now that I have the sliding ability, well, first of all, I can now go forward to the next area of the game. And up. Well, there's the doorway to the next area. Somewhere around here. Very useful item, potentially speaking. The Sherman's Ring, as it's called. Raise or gain experience point for every step you take just walking around, whether you're fighting enemies or not. Just walking around, you get experience points. One of the items I hinted at in my Portrait of Ruin playthrough. But obviously you're going to need the flight ability to get up there, so which is why I made sure to open up that transport portal to this area earlier. Because once I do get the flight ability, I will be coming back here to get what's up there. Alright, as usual, before moving on to the next area, Actually, wait a minute. Before I do that, well, I'll save my game just in case. I suppose it's a bit out of the way, and it's completely irrelevant for, well, yeah, not completely, I guess. There is some point to it, but for the most part, there's really, it's minimally useful. Oh, you'll see when I get there, never mind. Never have been good at explaining certain things. But there was one other area where we could use the sliding ability, well, amongst those that we've seen so far. Yeah, all the way back here. No, not there. Drop down one level. Oh, I mean, not that way. Down here. Oh, goody. Get to go through this crap again. Yay. I don't think so, dude. Nice try, though. You missed. Yeah, down here. Ancient Book 1. And new area. Problem is you ain't gonna be able to explore any of it from this. Because of that switch. Closing this gate. Well, actually, opening this gate, if you could get to it. Which from here you cannot, so yeah. Sucks, because in this area, I'm now on the very outer edge of, is what, as far as I know, is the strongest weapon in the entire game. Oh, believe me, if I could get it now, I would be going after it now. But even if this barrier in front of me wasn't there, you need both of the water-based, or at least one of the water-based abilities before you can. So, yeah, still wouldn't be able to get to that weapon yet. Oh well. And as for the book, not really required, but the first spirit is a demon from Hellfires. Well, if you don't really get what they're talking about or what the hint, what the implication here is, it might go over your head, so to speak. It sure did for me on my first playthrough. Well, until late in my first playthrough. The first spirit is a demon from Hellfires. What it's hinting at are three. Each one has one, mentions one ability. All three of them combined hit at the three abilities you're gonna have equipped at some point in the game to avoid the bad ending, basically. So, if you're not using a guide or haven't played the game before, these books can be useful if you manage to find all three of them before making your way to the final boss room. Yeah. and not only find all three of them, but actually realize what it is they're trying to tell you, which leaves my first playthrough out being the genius, not really, that I am not. Yeah. One of the few times I actually ended up having to use a guide to my discredit now, or to my embarrassment now. I'm like, what the hell are you trying to tell me here? And now looking back at it, I feel like the ultimate imbecile for not being able to figure it out on my own, which is why I don't like using guides to begin with, because 9 times out of 10, that's exactly what happens. As soon as I look up the solution, it makes me feel like the dumbest person to ever pick up a video game controller for not being able to figure it out on my own without the guide. Ah, come on. Yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, there is that. Alright, now I'll get back to where I left off in the dance hall. Go away. Oh, who? Oh, wait a minute. As long as I'm here. Nah, never mind though. Again, grind for enemy abilities between videos. Just like I did with the last round. Then show the results at the start of the next video. All those little screen caps showing the ability and what it does at the start of the next video. Just like I did with this one. Oh, poopy! Okay. Up and over. Save room. And that'll do it for this video. See you next time when we go on to the next area and make some more progress. In the meantime, I get another hour or two of ability grinding. Yay. Oh well. Damn me and my completionist impulses. Anyways, see you next time. As always, thanks for watching and bye.